All right, good evening, everyone. Call to order our October 2nd, 2025 meeting of the Ascension Parish Council. I will ask Mr. Arsenault, please lead us in the invocation and pledge of allegiance. Amen. All right, thank you, Mr. Arsenault. All right, item number 3, roll call. Ms. Secretary, Mr. Robert and Mr. Turner are absent. All other members are present. Agenda item number 4, the public comment sign-in period. If anyone would like to speak on any of our agenda items, please get a card off the podium. Get that to us, and whenever we get to that agenda item, you will have 3 minutes to speak. Item number 5, the acceptance of minutes from our September 10th, 2025 Ascension Parish Council meeting. Emma? Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on. I don't know what agenda I was on. All right, here we go. Public comment signing period. And I'm sorry. So we skipped the parish president's report. Mr. Quintmore.
Thank you, Chair, and good evening, Council. I'd like to take a moment to send our thoughts and prayers to the family of Lewis Lambert. He passed away this Sunday. He was 84 years old. He was inducted into the Louisiana Political Hall of Fame in 2024. I read that he stated his proudest accomplishment as a senator was sponsoring the legislation to create the River Parishes Community College, and we all know what that means to us today. Again, our thoughts and prayers are with the family. Remember that early voting is going on right now and continues. We have a council race for that, and so if you're in that district, please get out and vote. Let your voice be heard. And at this time, because I brought that up, I just want personally as a parish president to thank Tia Starr for stepping up and doing this interim position and serving your community, because that's what it is. It's a true service. Yeah. Hey. October is Breast Cancer and Domestic Violence Awareness Month. To help spread the awareness, Ascension Parish government employees will wear pink and purple on Monday, October 6th. That concludes my report, Chair. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And this isn't Ms. Starr's last meeting. She's going to be with us on the 16th.
I just wanted to make sure.
There.
Wasn't
Uh-huh.
I was going to get my thank yous in?
No, I'm not thanking her twice. Nah.
That's on y'all.
All right, agenda item number 6, we have recommendations here from the Personnel Committee, approval of recommendation of new appointment for the West Ascension Parish Hospital District Board. I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Cullen.
We had a Personnel Committee meeting on September the 16th, and the following recommendation came out of that for the hospital board, LaDorby Williams.
I have a motion by Ms. PT, a second by Mr. Joseph. Any objection? Hearing none, so move.
And that's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Cullen. All right, general business, 7A, ratification of the presidential appointments. And so before we get to the appointees, Ms. Quitmore would like to say a few words.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Council. So, you know, I sent out an email to y'all. It wasn't made public to the media, and I don't see any media here. It must be a slow meeting. I remember 4 years ago that wouldn't have been the case. They would have been taking up this whole row. But nonetheless, I do have copies for the media if they want what I sent to Council to make it public. So I wanted to take an opportunity to explain kind of why we're here and what we're doing. It's not often that I get to bring a large amount of our team here. And I do that, and I'm going to brag on them a little bit because they deserve it. So in that email, I'm just going to go over a few things that this administration has done, and I'm going to be very quick. I'm not going to read everything that was in that email. But when we started my first term, we had dealt with COVID in 2020, where There was no rule book. And so the administration had to write that in place. And that was a struggle for a lot of us, but I think we came out on top of that. We dealt with a record number of hurricanes and tropical storms in 2020 and 2021. We experienced a record amounts of rainfall in 2021. We enacted a 9-month moratorium on new residential subdivisions in 2021. We facilitated FEMA funding the elevation of 37 structures. That's never been done before. Parish-wide sewer reorganization. You know, Chase and some of, let me see. Nope, just you. You're the only one here, I believe, that took that journey with us to get the voters of Ascension Parish to vote for that regionalization of that sewer. And it was quite the campaign we pulled off. And so that was a tremendous accomplishment. West Ascension Early Learning Center in April of 2024, Eyes on Ascension, maintaining Ascension Parish's rankings the #1 in Louisiana for health, wealth, living standard, and industrial thriving. We had the largest all-inclusive playground in the state in the Youth Legacy Park. We're the driving force of $10 to $14.3 billion in economics. Air Products, Hyundai, CF, John Carter and Company. This is a big one, and I want to make sure I stress this. This team and several others, we have brought in over $487 million since I took office. So most of you know our annual revenues from our 4 sources are about the same as our population, about 135 million. We have brought in and managed 3.5 years of that income coming in. That's what we brought in from outside sources. Not only has it never been done, it's never even come close to a fraction of that, ever. And that's massive, because that's road projects, that's drainage projects, that's recreation projects, that's community wellness projects, that's everything under the sun and all of that. And I think that's massive. And so I didn't have to choose to do this ratification as a parish president. I could have easily said, Ricky, I want you to do Ruth's job. Ruth, I want you to do your job. I'm going to stick with the ratifications that y'all ratified them for. I have that authority. I have that authority to direct any of my employees to do what I want them to do beyond their scope. And so I knew, for me, that when you build depth from an administration, that title matters when you're cross-training and building that. I've had 2 CFOs leave. I've had 2 CAOs leave. I do cross-training and succession training through all of our departments, and they all know about it, because we're always training to move up. And that's something I committed to my employees day one, that we're going to prepare you when someone does leave, that we'll have that succession plan. I don't do that at this upper administration level because it requires ratification. This is the first time. I don't even know if in the history of Ascension Parish this has ever been asked of you today. But when we go through these accomplishments, this is the team that makes it happen. I don't run around and do all these things. It's impossible. No one person can even come close to doing it. I rely on this massive team to do what has positioned Ascension Parish to be the best parish in the state, bar none, in all of those categories that we discussed. This entire team goes through Ruth, Ricky, and Lucy. Ever since I've started my administration, I've always had 3 under the level of me. And today, those are those 3 people. Of the 3 people, 2 of those individuals have been for me day one, Ricky and Ruth. So all of these things we talk about, they've helped build from an administrative standpoint. And so the team's not changing. But in order to build depth and have a professional organization, be stronger than we were yesterday, this is what I'm here to ask you today. Because the people aren't changing. But in order to build that depth and the path forward and be a stronger administration so we can continue to win and continue to add to this list, because we got plenty of accomplishments coming, this is where I need your help. And I hope you've played a part in all these, right? as crucial as they are, you've played a part in them. I need you to play a part in building this administration and being as strong as it needs to be so we can keep winning. I appreciate the time. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. President. All right. And so as a reminder, so we will vote one at a time. We will start with the Transportation Director, who Mr. Helms. So at this time, Chair will entertain so I have a motion by Mr. Hillensbeck, a second by Mr. Arsenault. Is there any objection to Mr. Helms as Transportation Director? Hearing none, so move. Number 2, the Infrastructure Director, we have Ms. Phillips. I have a motion by Mr. Vornado, second by Mr. PT. Any objection to Ms. Phillips as Infrastructure Director? Hearing none, so move. And third and definitely last, Mr. Compton for Chief Administrative Officer. Motion by Mr. Cullen, a second by Mr. Vornado. Any objection? Hearing none, so move.
Chairman, thank you.
Yep. Thank you all. All right. Agenda item 8A, the introduction of an ordinance to amend the Ascension Parish Code of Ordinance, Chapter 15, Parks and Recreation, Article 1, in general, Section 15.3, mobile food units in Ascension Parish to provide the operation and fees for the use of Ascension Parish government parks or Ascension Parish food truck court by a food truck and trailer vendor. Motion introduced by Ms. PT. Yep. Mr. CAO Compton.
There is an accessibility explanation in the rules on the food truck stuff.
Wait, say that again, please.
There's an accessibility, rule listed in the rules as far as what the food truck has to do to make sure that all is accessible, but there's a verbiage section where it says procedures and practices. Is that their way of being able, hey, look, we don't have a counter that's your height, but we will come out and serve you by hand or whatever. I just don't want to hem up a food truck because they don't have a wheelchair accessible countertop or whatever that would be.
Yeah, that to me, and I'm going to look at Brandon Smith here, would be a great problem to have as soon as we get somebody apply to be in the food truck.
I agree.
This effort is to attempt to reduce the price so that we could get somebody to apply. And I think that as we write our manual for how that truck needs to operate, that absolutely that can be a discussion we have, and anybody who's not willing to take up that task, then we'll say, well, we just don't have a spot for you. But yeah, with what's in front of you, I'm going to a daily rate that is at a minimum what's stated, a weekly rate that's at a minimum and a monthly rate that's at a minimum. Hopefully we can attract them, prove that this is a spot where they can make money, and then over time, a year, 2 years down the road, if we need to raise that, we can. And so that's what's in front of you today. But yes, Brandon and I have started working on the policy manual for how the food truck court's going to operate, and accessibility is something we definitely need to ensure that we've addressed.
Okay. Yeah, that pretty much answers the question. Thank you.
All right, agenda item 8B, introduction of an ordinance to acquire a parcel of immovable property being 26.909 acres located in Section 30, Township 9, South Range 4 East, Southeastern Land District, Ascension Parish for the price of $607,500 plus the cost of closing for East Ascension Gravity Drainage District Number 1. Motion introduced by Ms. PT. Public hearing ordinances. 9A, reading of an ordinance to amend the Ascension Parish Code of Ordinance, Chapter 19, Article 4, Transportation Impact Fees, Section 19-50, exemptions to exempt Ascension Parish-owned facilities and other public agencies. Mr. Dupatti.
Purpose to amend the Ascension Parish Code of Ordinances, Chapter 19, Article 4, Section 19-50, exemptions. Whereas Ascension Parish is a local governmental subdivision as defined by Article 6, Section 44 of the Louisiana Constitution, 1974. And whereas Article 6 of the Home Rule Charter of Ascension Parish adopted May 4, 1993 identifies the process and manner in which to adopt ordinances regulating the laws and lands of this parish. And whereas Ascension Parish government is the governing and responsible body over the planning and zoning regulations within the jurisdiction, now therefore be it ordained by the Ascension Parish governing authority that code ordinances of Ascension Parish, Chapter 19, Article 4, Section 19-50, exemption is amended as follows, as more fully described in Exhibit A attached here to and made part hereof. Repeal all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith are hereby henceforth repealed. severability in the event that any portion of this ordinance is ever held invalid or unconstitutional for any reason by any court of competent jurisdiction over it, such portion shall be deemed a separate, distinct, and independent provision and shall not affect the validity of the remaining portion of the ordinance. Effective date, this ordinance shall be in full effect and permitted by law. The ordinance has been submitted to a vote. Vote thereon was as follows.
Motion to open public hearing by Mr. PT, a second by Mr. Vornado. Motion to close by Mr. Arsenault, a second by Mr. Hillensbeck. Motion to move the ordinance by Mr. Hillensbeck, a second by Mr. Vornado. Any questions, any objections? Hearing none, so moved. Motion adjourned, and we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone, and congrats to our 3 new ratified employees.